Welcome to the Highgate Wood Sports Ground for this Barnet Sunday League First Division fixture. Hornsey and Highgate against Edmonton Rovers. Let's have a look at the Rovers line-up, making 5 changes from the side which was beaten by the league leaders Zenit St Whetstone last weekend. Aidan Kavanagh away in China, Sam Woolley and Tom Croke unavailable, Jack Bangs and Henry Akinsami dropping to the bench. Mustafa Farhan gets his first start for the club. Zach Mohammed comes in to make his debut in midfield. Richard Harris, Tyrone Petrie and O'Shade Watson all returning with experience in a bold 3-4-3 formation for Tony McKay, the manager. Hornsey and Highgate have lost just one of their last 7, conceding 3 goals along the way. They're without their star striker Sam Keenan this morning. Identical twins Adam and Danny Allong are also out, and the 2 central defenders Harry Garrett and Joe Higgins both missing out. So 8 players unavailable in total this morning for the home side, Hornsey and Highgate. Perhaps now is a good time to play them. Rovers have lost each of their previous 3 meetings with today's hosts, the last being back in October when Hornsey and Highgate won 3-2 in the fixture where Edmonton Rovers were the home side. Bouncing around there and come down for Farhan. Bobbling around, A.O. Matthews. It's up in the midfield from Popat. Drives forward down the left hand side. It's a decent looking ball. The shot coming in. It wasn't a bad effort from Dabzat. The look up, went for goal. Scooped it just over the top of the crossbar. Kick into the danger zone. Good header away by Richard Harris, back in the side today. Had experience to what is now a back 3. Nod on from Ryan Inkson. Taps that. It's a decent looking ball. Didn't quite get his body around it. Jack Granger sliced it wide. Slightly better of it so far, Hornsey and Highgate. Speculative from Popat. When it bounces up and against the post, eventually Rovers are able to keep the clean sheet intact, but it bounced so awkwardly in front of Lewis Bennett Jr. The young 18-year-old goalkeeper was relieved to turn around and see it come back off the crossbar. Speculative, just look at that, just bounces up awkwardly as the goalkeeper goes down. Deceives him. He was able to get across and clear. Manoli was it out. Matthews. Opportunity this here for Mackenzie McKay. Into the penalty area. Still going. Gets the better of Manoli. His attempt on goal was cleared right on the goal line by Nkencho Okanto. Kanta happy to put the ball behind for a corner. That was very nearly 1-0. Best chance of the game for Rovers, certainly. Comes the corner into the near post, into the side netting. But will be disappointed to have done better with the delivery. Anthony Manoli. To Walker, who just to pick out Alf Ryan Inkson. Goes Ibrahim Dabzat into the penalty area. Tracked every inch of the way by O'Shade Watson, who's playing in that kind of wing-back role. Tracked back on Dabzat very well there at the expense of a corner. Still Hornsey and Highgate 0, Edmonton Rovers 0. There's a deep one, swung in under the crossbar. Lewis Bennett Jr. watched it every inch of the way as it spun across the face of goal and out for a goal kick. It's a decent delivery. Was attacked by a contact, but he couldn't get a touch. To the penalty area it goes. It's Casco trying to get the shot, sorry, the pass forward. Arningson, Granger, and back in the midfield by Balaam. Here he is again. Harris goes for distance. Now a chance. Kenzie McKay. Little back heel, good one at that. A.O. Matthews into the penalty area. It's been a while since we've seen him on the score sheet. Denied that time by Anthony Manoli. Christopher strolls up towards the halfway line. It looked like a handball there. Referee today is Coleman O'Meara. He says no. Mohammed, his teammate in a bit of quandary there. Richard Harris managed to deal with it. It's a throw-in though on this near side, which is going to be taken by Max Walker, rather. Walker with the throw. Fowler. Standing their ground at the moment. Rovers. Long ball into the box. And a good save by Lewis Bennett Jr. I suspect that might have gone down as an Oshad Watson own goal. He certainly had the height advantage on Dabzat. It's Jr. who's able to fit into his own yellow shirt this week. It's a tight squeeze because of a colour clash last week. Granger takes the return. Two green shirts around him. Popper. Fowler is the captain and the player manager. Driving force in the midfield. Sam Fowler again. Pulling the strings. Wants the ball, but goes forward into the path of Ryan Inkson. And then the shot over the top of the crossbar from Dabzat. There are no goals on the score sheet, but there have been chances at both ends. James Martin looks as though he's going to come on in a second. He's stripped off over on the far side, and indeed he is on for Alf Ryan Inkson. Christopher. Flick. There is a substitute, Martin. And again Martin. Ball out wide. Walker. Lifts it up high. Headed towards goal. Excellent save by Lewis Bennett Jr. Swept away from danger thereafter by Richard Harris, I think it was. But a good save by the goalkeeper. Great ball into the box here by Walker. Great save by the goalkeeper. Corner. Granger to take. Goalkeeper punches well again. Matthews. Mid back to Matthews. Left the ball behind there, never really fully recovered. Last touch came off of Max Walker. Petrie with the clearance. Mohammed. It's Casco. Starting again for the third successive time, and that's a foul by Tyrone Petrie. Little slip, almost allowed in Michael Hamilton. Brings the player down. Petrie is going to be spoken to here by the referee, and I think there's going to be a yellow card for Tyrone Petrie. Ball's played into Petrie here. His first touch just lets it slide away from him. He was effectively the last man in the green shirt. By the letter of the law, the referee could show a red. Thankfully for Rovers, it's only a yellow. Could have been a whole lot worse. Piling on the pressure here, Hornsey and Highgate. This new three-man defence system that Tony McKay has adopted today is holding its test of time. Headed down was a tester, to say the least. It was Hamilton, and then a foul. For his whistle has gone. See, ball up into the penalty area. Headed down. Michael Hamilton, I think it was. Goalkeeper claims it, drops it. It's a free kick for it. Melee. Never did find the back of the net, regardless of the fact that the whistle had gone. There is a half-time whistle. Rovers will be mighty relieved to go in 1-0 at half-time. They did have a decent chance earlier on in the half through Leon McKenzie-McKay, but by and large it's been Hornsey and Highgate who have been pressing. They've hit the post and come close on a couple of occasions. But at half-time, it's Hornsey and Highgate 0, Edmonton Rovers 0.
Thank you, sir.
Get in quick, lads. Get some water in.
Rovers having to absorb further pressure early in the second half. The corner is going to be whipped in. Again underneath the crossbar. That's a very good header one there. Might have been Harrison. Away and into the goalkeeper's arm. In fact, it was Richard Harris that won the header. It's a very good header as well. Bennett Jr. His dad's on the bench today. 40-year-old Lewis Bennett Sr. Nice play by Matthews. And Shed Watson. Not what he intended. Opened himself more than anything else. This was the chance. Dabs that with the cross. Good save. The goalkeeper, Lewis Bennett Jr. Here's the other goalkeeper at the other end, Anthony Manoli. Straight to Matthews. Surrounded by grey shirts. It's a ball through the middle. There's a real opportunity here. And slipped into the net for an opener. Mustafa Farhan, starting for the first time for the club, scores his first goal for the club early in the second half. And Rovers, who have absorbed so much pressure in this game, find themselves ahead. Excellent finish this. Goal kick wasn't too great. Ao Matthews had presence of mind to bring it on his chest. Hold it up and then plays a lovely ball in here. Mustafa Farhan gets around the goalkeeper. He's still got plenty of work to do. He had to be deadly accurate with the shot, and the right foot shot was deadly accurate. 1-0 to Rovers. Harrison. It's turned back towards goal by McKenzie-McKay. Blocked and cleared. Harris. Clearance. Safety first. When he won the up, he could afford to do things like that. Does hand Hornsey and Highgate the possession. Comes off the head of Watson. If it goes, it'll be a throw into the home side. It does go. It's going to be taken by Ibrahim Dabzat. Injury at the moment for Tyrone Petrie, which is not good news for Rovers. It's the shot which was blocked. Now McKenzie-McKay turning the ball in towards goal. It's not looking good here for Tyrone Petrie. It's on a yellow card. He's in a bit of pain now. Well, Lewis Bennett Senior, whose son will be playing directly behind him, comes on as a sub. The 40-year-old sent on as the enforcer in front of his dad. Max Walker is on for Dabzat for the home side. Dabzat still has a responsibility. It's his turn to run the line. It's Bennett Jr. Casco. Shoots a man on as Christopher turns the ball into the penalty area. Tumbling as he turns it behind Richard Harris. Good covering by him. It's a corner. All hands to the pump. That experienced Rovers defence. Comes the corner. Goalkeeper's done well. There is Bennett Jr. Taps it over the top of his own crossbar. Sherrod Watson makes way. Henry Akinsanmi is the player who will replace him. Certainly down this right hand side. Fresh pair of legs. Wally. Walker. Papa. Easing out though in the midfield to Casco. Working hard here, Rovers, to make it difficult for their hosts. Comes a shot, it's another good save. Lewis Bennett Jr. He's proven a hard man to beat this morning. Build up down the right hand side, Granger involved. He continues his run here, Granger. It's the better. His marker, Lewis Bennett Senior. Shot is well saved. Leon Harrison has a long throw in. Fine. Straight through the middle. Lovely turn from Matthews. Can he get the shot away? 4 grey shirts around him. Not too much in the way of support. Partially cleared. Balaam lofts it up towards goal. Taken down nicely by Mackenzie McKay, who sent it across the face of goal. Just needed to take it. Mohammed will leave the throw to Balaam. This is the launch for the foot. For a moment it was a shot from Balaam, but it was indeed a very good ball up towards Leon Mackenzie McKay. His shot is well parried by the goalkeeper. And if A.O. Matthews could turn back the clock 10 seconds, I think he'd repositioned himself for a tap in net. Alf Ryan Inkson is back on for James Martin, who he replaced earlier in the game. Christopher. Lucky there, Christopher. Very nearly gave the ball straight to Mackenzie McKay. So, a challenge on Mustafa Farhan.
Leave it there, man. Some water, please.
Feisty challenge coming in for Montel Christopher. Free kick has been given. Yellow card has also been shown to Christopher for the challenge on potentially the winning goal scorer, Mustafa Farhan. Clock is ticking. And Edmonton Rovers will be happy to let it tick for as long as possible. In fact, it's Jack Bangs that comes on for Zach Mohammed. Hey, Matthews. Here's Bangs. That's a great ball in. Oh, that was close to being two. Mustafa Farham was picked out of the back post. Just couldn't get there in time. Combination of defender and goalkeeper. Squeezed him out. Offside flag up against Ryan Inkson. This for a ball outside of the right, but inadvertently, his trailing leg there. Montel Christopher saving his side. Winning the air that from Mackenzie McKay. Chance here. Shot coming in from Michael Hamilton over the top of the crossbar. There's more pressure to be absorbed here by Rovers. Goalkeeper's beaten. Headed over the top of the crossbar. It was Lexton Harrison. Well, just about did enough to put off the Hornsey player. It's a great run from a deep position from Granger, but it was Christopher that headed it over the crossbar from basically point blank. Harrison. Balaam. It's a lucky ball. Hey, Matthews. Holds it up well. McKay is an option. Matthews. On back well from Balaam. Play from Balaam. Mackenzie McKay gets the cross in. Oh, very nearly a second goal there. Sliced towards his own goal by the defender. It's lucky for him that Manola was able to save. It was a conter. It very nearly scored a dramatic own goal. Walker. Straight through the middle. Ryan Inkson. Shot was blocked in part by Akinsanmi. Took the sting out of it. It was easy for Bennett Jr. This is a cross by Mackenzie McKay. Look at that. Off the shin pad. Can afford a wry smile. He was lucky. Throw it. Mackenzie McKay. Beaten to it though. Ammo gets the ball clear. It's a good win, good reading from Lexton Harrison. Balaam lost it, won it again, turns it forward. A.O. Matthews trying to get the better of Manoli. Manoli got a good block in there on Matthews. Shot was well off target in the end. Matthews lucky here. It's a good bit of defending to deny him. Clock's ticking. Rovers are winning. By Polpat. Nixon helps it on. Be a corner. Oscar Kelly on as a substitute. Comes the corner, it's another good delivery. Attacking the ball. I think it was Granger, but he's only managed to head it wide. Happy to see that one go off target. Rovers. Into the back post this. was wide of the target. Final change, Dave Nguyen on for A.O. Matthews. But under. Watches it carefully. Slightly fortuitous, but good defending nonetheless. And that'll be a free kick for the foul on Akinsanmi. Felt the full force from Callie. It's a free kick for sure.
Tyrone, you're being away there.
Christopher with the
That's why I put the yellow.
Free kick, Walker. Return straight back by Casco. Bang's involved. Bowlam 2. Harris is out of position now. An opportunity, maybe for the home side. Oh, what's the referee giving a penalty? It was a foul on Alf Ryan Inkson. And as a result, the referee had no option other than to point at the penalty spot for the foul by Lewis Bennett Sr. And now it's down to his son to save his blushes. It was all a bit sloppy, all a bit scrappy. Opportunities were there to get the ball away. Lost his bearings, didn't he, Lewis Bennett Sr. It's going to be Alf Ryan Inkson deep into stoppage time. And he nets it in the corner. And Highgate take a point, it seems now, with a goal at the very death. Hornsey and Highgate, who have beaten Rovers on each of the 3 previous meetings, have just been unable to get past this man in goal until now. Lewis Bennett Jr. is finally beaten. Alf Ryan Inkson's penalty looks like grabbing a point for the home side, just when Rovers look destined for all 3. His form this season has actually been better away from home than it has at home. There's Casco. It's by Akinsanmi. Kenzie McKay, good ball down the line. Akinsanmi's darting down the line. Can he get the cross in? Great turn. Akinsanmi looks up, pulls it back, and then cleared away at the death from the home side. Great play that from Edmonton. Looked for a second there. They might be picking up a late winner, but in the end it's a share of the spoils. They won't be too disappointed to have ended that losing streak against Hornsey and Highgate, but they could so easily have won this game had it not been for that late penalty from Alf Ryan Inkson that cancelled out the early second half goal from Mustafa Farhan on his first start for Rovers. But it's a good point away from home. Away from home is where they're enjoying their better form in Division 1 this season, but it's a point closer to safety, down towards the bottom end of Division 1. Final score here at the Highgate Wood Sports Ground. Hornsey and Highgate 1, Edmonton Rovers 1.